What discriminations did you experience as a child?
So during the 8th grade, we had a nun, Sister Alice, who was one of our teachers, and she was very clear that we were not to speak Spanish in her class. So of course, I ended up speaking Spanish, and I ended up getting scolded, and that to me was probably my first dealings with discrimination in terms of speaking my own language.
So why isn't the Spanish language carried on to this generation?
Well, I think that our language was lost not with your generation, but with a previous generation, and even with my generation. I'm very fortunate that I'm bilingual. That's one of the greatest assets that I have, that I can speak and write and communicate both in Spanish and in English. And I truly believe that the main reason that your generation and your parents' generation no longer speak Spanish is because we were made to be ashamed of speaking the Spanish language. In this country, it's so different from the rest of the world. In this country, what is promoted is monolingualism, which is you speak English and only English, because that is supposed to be the official language of this country. However, in the other parts of the world, if you are a bilingual person or a trilingual person, someone who can speak more than 1 or 2 or 3 languages, you are considered a very intelligent person and a very resourceful person, because there are more than one language that's spoken in the world. However, in this country, because of the racism that exists, we lost that. Let me give you an example. Many of our parents didn't teach us Spanish because they didn't want us to suffer. The example that I gave earlier about the nun that would punish me, that would embarrass me, that would put me in the corner or send me home or call my parents to tell them I was a bad student, which I wasn't, all because I spoke Spanish, made you feel inferior, made you feel like you were less than. They made you feel like if you were someone who spoke Spanish, that you were dumb, that you were stupid. Well, it's quite the opposite. I've learned as an adult that the individual who can speak more than one language is worth the position of 2 people.